Are we live? I believe we are live. What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. And today we are here with a live stream because, as I told you yesterday, I have a lot of work to do, but I had to get home early enough to get with the program. The Eagles, more importantly, Howie Roseman is not satisfied at 6-1. Great defensive performance from Sean Desai and company, but we go out there and trade for safety Kevin Byard. Tennessee's Titans safety Kevin Byard is now a Philadelphia Eagle. And when you find out what we got him for, ski mask Howie, as LB would say. Play the intro.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's I like. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
You cannot make this stuff up. What was talked about by DM Russie, Howie Roseman working the phones. It only took 24, 48 hours. That's why I dropped my video yesterday on game day. When does Philly Mike drop a video? But I felt it in my bones. A safety was coming. And listen, he's a Philly bull. He's a hard-nosed safety. We did lose a safety in this trade. We're going to talk about it all. But if you rock with the Philly Talk Podcast, excited for 6-1, and knew Howie Roseman was about to make something happen, help your boy out and hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new, and turn that notification bell on. The best part of being a Philly Talk Podcast guy or gal is having that notification bell hit, so you know as soon as I drop that video, if it's important to you, you got it, and or a live stream. I'm going to pull the chat up because we definitely got to talk to the ride or dies. Some of my notification gang been in here before I got here, right? I was slacking. I went from 415 to 420. Actually, 410, 415, 420. But breaking news, Kevin Byard traded to the Philadelphia Eagles, and we got the specifics. Terms are Eagles trade a 2024 fifth and a sixth rounder and safety Terrell Edmunds to the Titans for all-pro safety Kevin Byard per DM Rassani. Byard was born in Philly and he's coming home. I'm coming home. Tell the world that he's coming home. Think about this real quick. A fifth and a sixth in the 2024 draft? Terrell Edmunds, who he would be taking his place? Again, look, Terrell Edmunds has looked slow. I don't want to bash him because he embraced his time in Philly. I think the guys like him. I seen him out there at Phillies games with DeAndre Swift. I think he embraced it. But Josiah Scott came out there, signed to the practice squad, elevated to the active roster. Josiah Scott looked as good, if not better, than Terrell Edmunds just yesterday, right? He had a couple nice tackles, a couple nice coverage. Now, I don't want Josiah Scott near this team long term, but he filled in pretty darn good, right? Got my tight white tee on today, you know what I mean? He filled in pretty darn good. However, Reed Blankenship, Kevin Byard, rotating with Sidney Brown at nickel and safety, Roby, Slay, Bradbury. The linebacking core that's been stepping up time and time again in this D-line that is ferocious, made Tua look all types of uncomfortable yesterday. That is now a Sean Desai defense. Listen, Kevin Byard can play the ball. He can play the box. He's the safety we wanted and needed. Like, we talked about Kevin Byard before the season. If you've been rocking with this channel, you know as much as I do that we've been talking about Kevin Byard since before preseason. The offseason, we've heard reports. Kevin Byard is going to hold out. Kevin Byard wants out. Kevin Byard might be available for trade. We've been talking about it since August. Let's look what he's done so far in the 2023 game log. Well, that's the thing. I don't think he played this year. Correct me if I'm wrong. Has he held out the whole year? Or no? I don't know how much playing time he got this year. I thought he was going to hold out and then came back. But Kevin Byard is a do-it-all type of safety that fits into this room alongside of Reed Blankenship and the young stud in Sidney Brown. You couldn't ask for more. How much is Tennessee going to bless the Eagles? Listen, I love Howie Roseman, and this is two different GMs. He got away with it. The last GM that traded a player from the Titans to the Eagles got fired. The last GM that did a deal with Howie Roseman from Tennessee got fired. I don't think this one's going to get fired because, again, they get a hard-nosed safety in Terrell Edmunds. Good luck with that, right? But the Titans are 2-4. Did they lose last week? Did they lose yesterday? The Titans are probably 2-5 as we speak. I don't think they won. Did they win yesterday? Let me look and see. Titans played New Orleans, lost 15-16. So you're talking about a 2-5 football team trading away their safety. But this is the second time Howie Roseman picked up the phone and said, "Hey, how you doing? It's Howie Roseman, general manager of the Philadelphia Eagles. Can I offer you a trade? Can I offer you a trade? Can I offer you a trade?" He got away with it. I see y'all in the chat. Let me pull it up. I don't think I missed any supers at all. Oh, I did miss a couple supers. Whoa, I've been slacking. Let me get to the supers real quick. I see y'all. My guy Jason Chadwick with the $2 super chat. We still rocking with the whole giveaway thing, but Jason Chadwick with the $2 super chat. How we watched Hill torch and said, nah, Byard needs to get here. I'm with you on that. Now, we still held Hill in check. He had over 100 yards, but, some of that was in the second half when it really didn't matter. At the end of the day, Jason, you get 2 entries into the jersey giveaway, and guess what? His jersey might be out by next weekend, so you might be able to get yourself a Kevin Byard jersey. But yes, Hill did still torch the safeties, right? Terrell Edmunds was the one that was supposed to be playing over the top of James Bradberry, right? We talk about Sean Desai. I want to see that physicality. I want to see that aggressive nature. I need you to press Bradberry. I need you to press Big Play Slay. And Bradberry is a physical corner. He wants to get his hands on you for sure. That being said, he wasn't super pressed, but he was up about 2 to 3 feet away from Tyreek Hill. Boom, stutter step. You got to have a safety over the top. Maybe Terrell Edmunds was over the top. He's just that slow. He didn't get there. Rashad Maben with the $2 super chat. Titans love us. Might as well give us Henry too. Listen, do not doubt anything when it comes to Howie Roseman. Now, I will say this. Unlike the safety position, I think we're happy with the running back position. Haven't even used Rashad Penny. DM Rasani said that people were asking about Rashad Penny, or there was talks about possibly trading him, and Howie Roseman turned it down. He said, nah, we want to keep Rashad Penny as a safety valve. But yes, the Titans love the Eagles. Thank you for A.J. Brown, 5th game in a row, over 125 yards. Listen to this. A.J. Brown by himself has more than all the wide receivers for the Titans combined yards. A.J. Brown's yards, 809, is more than the 700 and something yards that the entire Titans wide receiver core has. A 5th and a 6th in 2024. And Terrell Edmunds. And we got Kevin Byard. Not a 3rd. Not a 4th. A 5th and a 6th and a body. A 5th and a 6th and a body. Shout out to Howie Roseman. Hold up. Let me play the MVP chants for good old Howie Roseman. And for y'all too. Almost 900 in the building. If half of you hit the like button, then we're already at 300-400 likes and it shuts me up. MVPs in the chat. 6-1. And Howie Roseman is never satisfied. That is Howie Roseman for you, as LB would say, ski mask season. 88 Riggy with a $2 super chat. Top 10 safety this season. That's a huge pickup. Hey, shout out to you for being here still. Good game. But the Eagles had to advance to 6-1, and you're right. He's a top 10 safety coming to the Birds. If I didn't say it for my other guy, Rashad Maben gets two more entries into the jersey giveaway October 29th. So does 88 Riggy. He's going to give his to a lucky Eagle fan. But again, I don't know how much y'all rock with the newest addition in Kevin Byard, but if you win, you have the opportunity to get your jersey, and maybe you want a Kevin Byard one. Maybe that's what you want. Let's get one more super chat out the way before I talk to y'all, and then I'll pull up the stuff again. Byard has 35 tackles, 14 assisted, and 1 forced fumble. Top 10 easily. I personally can't wait for Ramsey. He looked hungry standing on the sidelines last night. Yes, Ramsey was chomping at the bits to get in. Unfortunately, the only time you're going to play us again is if we both make it to the Super Bowl. But, man, shout out to y'all, and I wish y'all the best. And that would be a lovely Super Bowl. Tua and Hurts, both defenses looking a little different. But 35 tackles, 14 assists, and a forced fumble through 7 weeks? 7 weeks? That's great. He goes from a 2-4 team to a 6-1 team. That's great on his part. I will say this. Shout out to Terrell Edmunds. He went from 6-1 to 2-5. He went from living his best life as an Eagle to a Titan. Terrell Edmunds and a 2024 5th and 6 to the Titans for all-pro safety Kevin Byard. You can't make that up at all. And again, credit to Howie Roseman for being legendary on the phone. He does not quit. He does not take no for an answer. He's probably called Arizona multiple times. He's probably still ringing the bell on a guy like Jeremy Chin. Howie Roseman doesn't quit. He keeps knocking on that door, keeps calling the phone until somebody picks up and somebody gives him what he wants. It's as simple as that. You gotta love it. You gotta respect it. Shout out to Philly Irish, Drew Eva with the $2 super chat. Every time Ricks was on Hill, he kept him in check. Let me just say it for y'all. Locked up, they won't let him out. No, they won't let him out. Yes, I had a video planned to talk about Eli Ricks in depth, the pass rush, some big words that Josh Sweat said as it pertains to that Miami's team. Sean Desai is living his best life. A lot of stuff I had planned for y'all, but then I'm still at work and I hear da-na-na, na-na-na. ESPN. Breaking news, Kevin Byard traded to the Eagles, and I said, I know I got to stay at work late, but I got to get to my family. So again, I wish I was live 30 minutes ago. I know I'm later, but you know, we as early as we can be with everything going on, and he's going to fit in good. He is going to fit in very, very good. We're talking about a DC that's going to play everybody to their potential, right? We seen with our own eyes what it looks like. Just yesterday, I'm trying to get to the giveaway thing. Shout out to my guy, Philly Irish. He gets 2 entries into the jersey giveaway on October 29th. Get your Swift, get your Carter. Maybe you get a Kevin Byard. Who knows? Every super chat dollar gives you an entry into the jersey giveaway. Let's pull up the chat a little bit. Take Twitter down. Trey said, well, what's going on, Trey? Benny said, now this deal is a steal. Way to go, Howie. A huge steal, right? Terrell Edmunds was a body. A 5th and 6th round picks are bodies. Now, you could get some sleeper draft talent in the 5th round, the 6th round. Like, we've seen it before. No ifs, and or buts. But if you ask me what it would have taken, like, think about what we were willing to give up in the offseason. Think about what we were willing to give up for Kevin Byard in the offseason. We were willing to give up a 3rd. We were willing to do a lot of different things. Put Quez Watkins in the package, this, that, and the 3rd. I'm not saying we would have frowned about putting Quez Watkins in the package now with Julio Jones on the roster. But at the end of the day, Howie Roseman continue his search. Yo, you going to do that for me? Yo, you going to do that for me? Relentless. And it brought us Kevin Byard after having the best win of the season. Like, you cannot be any less excited as an Eagle fan. We're coming off the biggest win of the season, responding after a letdown loss. The defense is playing lights out, and you just upgraded the group of guys that play lights out. We held the #1 offense in the National Football League, not just passing, but also rushing. The #1 passing and rushing offense to 10 points. They got 7 points off a pick six that when I went back and looked at it, it really wasn't Jalen's fault at all. Like, the throwing lanes is different. Deflection could be throwing lanes. The dude was right in his face. It was the weirdest, ugliest tip. Can't fumble, though. But the resiliency in Jalen Hurts, the relentless attacking in one Howie Roseman is ridiculous. I'm proud to call myself an Eagle fan every single day I open these eyes. Real quick, though, 1,000 people in the building. We don't just go live like this on Breaking News. We drop videos throughout the week, news, rumors, opinions. We do go live when it's just da-na-na, stuff like this. We're not going to sit down and make a full video on it hours later. That being said, hit the like for your boy. Let's get this to 500 like. If half the people in here hit the like, we there. Also, subscribe and turn on notification. Be part of notification gang so you're here early. Again, we've been live talking for 17 minutes. I repeated myself a little bit, but we also talking about some of the things that y'all saying in the chat. My guy, Rashawn Maben, with the $2 super chat. Why certain fans saying we should still get Buddha? I haven't heard it yet. But again, the trade did just happen, 35 minutes ago? I've been live 17 minutes. I haven't seen it all, heard it all. But there's no way Buddha's in the picture now. Like, let's be a little realistic. Listen, Justin Evans will come back from IR. Is he a superstar? No. But we've seen him play very respectable, very well, right? Prior to this trade, our best safeties, at least from a production standpoint, right? I think Sidney Brown can bump up higher than a guy like Justin Evans, but we haven't seen it enough due to the lack of playing. Then the injury came and blah, 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 blah. But it was Reed Blankenship, Justin Evans, Sidney Brown to me, then Terrell Edmunds. So you took your worst safety off the board as it pertains to just being an athletic guy who fits this system. And you changed that with a 5th and a 6th for Kevin Byard. I can't even think about Buda Baker right now, although I love him as a player. Shout out to Rashad. He gets 2 entries into the jersey giveaway on October 29th. Every super chat dollar gives you an entry. Big. We're just going to call him Big. With a $2 super chat, Isaiah Rodgers comes off suspension next year, too. That is somebody I keep low-key forgetting about when I think about what are the Eagles going to do with Avonte Maddox going forward. How much more does a guy like Bradley Roby have? Could he sneak onto the roster for one more year next year if we do move on from Avonte Maddox, who stay getting hurt? I love him as a player, though. I would try to see if he can stay better. But at the end of the day, Isaiah Rodgers, punt returner, and a guy who can play in that slot. Shout out to you for sure. Let's get that giveaway up. He gets 2 entries into the jersey giveaway on October 29th. And my guy Wheels Us. I see you in the chat now saying I forgot, and I low-key almost did the way the thing jumped. I ain't forget you, my guy. And plus, you always show love to the channel. Byard is from Philly. He's coming home. That is true. I mentioned this in the first 5 to 10 minutes. Maybe you weren't here, but shout out to you for being here and reminding me. Yes, once again, he's home. Let's just look at some of the people who came home and played above their pay grade, right? Olamide Zaccheaus, right? Like, who has he been in the NFL? And he hasn't had a major role with the Eagles because of all the wide receivers we have, right? You had Quez starting over him. You have your big 3 pass catchers and Smitty AJ and Dallas Goedert. You bring in a Julio Jones, but when OZ was asked to make crucial catches on third down, deep for a touchdown, he looked good. DeAndre Swift, who played great ball in Detroit, comes over to Philly. When you are homegrown, and you come home to Philly, especially with the guys around you right now, the dogs that we got, you just play even above your level. DeAndre Swift is running different than what I've seen in Detroit, right? He's always been that guy who can catch out the backfield, run pretty good, and he's a tough runner, no ifs, ands, or buts, but he just looks Philly different. Maybe it's because I'm biased. Maybe it's because he's rocking Agent Zero. I don't know. But he runs hard. Kevin Byard playing lights out football for a Tennessee Titans team that, I mean, really, yeah, they had their AFC championship moments, but I don't know. No one ever thought that Tennessee was about to make a run, right? They always kind of just got there and then fell off. Like, Chiefs went into that game like, we about to dust them up. It's as simple as that. Andrew Nathan, RPS, with a $2 super chat. He said, Kevin Byard is a Philly native. Give him number 31. I think you got to give him 31, right? Who's rocking 31 right now? Does anybody know that if an Eagle player is occupying 31? I can't think off the top of my head. Let me know if you got it. Let me know. Shout out to my guy, though. Andrew gets 2 entries into the jersey giveaway on October 29th. Every super chat dollar gets you. We stacking them up. This might be the last live stream until October 29th as well. I think if he wants 31, Ricks is one of the answers. I like Ricks. And the video was going to feature Eli Ricks. If I didn't do this live stream with this breaking news out of nowhere. Mario Goodrich, who got 20 or 31, but we just put him on the practice squad. So we just put Mario Goodrich on the practice squad. Listen, if a guy on the active roster wants a jersey from a guy on the practice squad, you might just have to hand it over. You might just have to hand it over to that guy for real. If Kevin Byard wants 31, hey, we're going to say Mario Goodrich. If you want to be on the team at all, then this thing's getting deep. You want to be on the active roster eventually, you need to hand over that jersey. I know Eli Ricks is 39, looking great in that 39. Balled out. Wheels said Byard hasn't missed a game in his entire career. Again, adding to the Philly strong lineup, right? Pave the Lane Johnson is just Philly tough. Gets hurt, comes right back in, doesn't miss a week at all. Jason Kelsey don't miss no time. Fletch don't miss no time. You add a guy like Kevin Byard to this Philly group who's just dog mentality on every level. Hey, this defense is about to turn up, especially with the aggressive nature, the physicality, the play calling we've seen in recent games from Sean Desai. Sheesh. Kevin Vlad with a $2 super chat. Let's go Birds. Sometimes that's all you got to say is let's go Birds. Getting 2 entries into the jersey giveaway. I appreciate you being here. But let me ask y'all. Grade the trade. Now, consider this. Was Kevin Byard your preferred choice? Would you, again, when you talk about grading the trade and you look at the fact that we gave up Terrell Edmunds, a body and Terrell Edmunds, and a 5th and a 6th, it's an A+. It's an A++++. However, what I'm trying to ask y'all is, was he your preferred safety? Would you have rather got a Justin Simmons, a Buda Baker, or was Kevin Byard your guy? Mind you, if you've been rocking with this channel, we've been talking about Kevin Byard. The first safety to come out of all Eagle content creators' mouths, whether it's LB, me, Joey, 500, Gate, Fresh, all the great ones. As soon as Kevin Byard said, I want out of the Tennessee Titans, I want more money, I want to, what do you call it? I'm going to hold out. Once the holdout trade talk started happening for Kevin Byard, we were there. We were on the Kevin Byard. C.J. Garner-Johnson's contract was up in the air. We didn't even know. C.J. Garner-Johnson contract was up in the air, and we were talking about Kevin Byard. We've been on him since the trade possibilities happened. My guy SUV Shotgun said C+. First he said B- and changed it to a C+. Listen, SUV, I love you, bro. No homo. You've been supporting a long time. I know you've been here. I remember that name. But you give a body and a fifth and a sixth for a Pro Bowlish top 10 safety? Man, that can't be anything less than a B+ to me. I don't know. Andrew Nathan with the super chat. He said, I want a defensive end. Replace Barnett now. Daniel Hunter, hold up. Andrew, I am 1,000% with you on the we need to replace Derek Barnett. I am with you. But correct me if I'm wrong. I saw a defensive end / linebacker. I saw a pass rusher get his first sack for the Eagles yesterday. I seen a pass rusher that played half the snaps, a third of the snaps that is given to Derek Barnett. I seen a pass rusher who doesn't get an opportunity because of Barnett on the field yesterday who got a sack. What's his name again? Oh, yeah, he rocks my Philly dog hat. Nolan Smith. So before I go get a defensive end, I will trade Barnett and give his snaps to Nolan Smith. But listen, you're not wrong for thinking add a new defensive end too, because what is Howie Roseman's motto? You can never have too many pass rushers. I'm glad Howie Roseman's finally believing you can never have too many safeties. Well, we did give a safety away, but you get the point. A fifth, a sixth, and Terrell Edmunds? Ask about it. My guy Andrew gets 2 more entries into the jersey giveaway on October 29th. Ray Russell with the $10 super chat. Shout out to Howie. He is holding this thing together through losing players to injury or in the offseason. One in Buddha, but this is a solid move. Roots. My guy dropped a $10 super chat. He said it's solid. We gonna play them roots.
Keep them roots going, baby! Roots on 3! 1, 2, 3, roots!
Yes, sir. Howie holding it together. Look, the Eagles have their best win of the season. The defense played at an all-time high level. Play calling, players, young, old, injured, not. They all showed up. And Howie's still working the phones and pulls a top 10 safety over here. Shout out to my guy Ray Russell for the $10 super chat. You get 10 entries into the jersey giveaway on October 29th. Live and direct with the $5 super chat. Appreciate the love and support. Howie getting geared up for a second half season. Mike, would you think we'd have to give up a trade for J.C. Horn? What would we have to give up to trade for J.C. Horn? A lot. When you come in for both either, them first round cornerbacks, Patrick Surtain, J.C. Horn, you're going to have to give up a lot, right? You're talking a first round pick is probably the start. Now, I don't think J.C. Horn, his career has been as good as Patrick Surtain. I haven't followed it as much. I know he's played great. He's been injured a couple times, though, in his young career. Carolina is one of them teams, too, that are dying out. However, when you are a young team that's selling, you normally want to sell off your older veterans, right? You're not really interested in selling your youngsters. They just drafted Brees Young, whoever he's going to be in his NFL career, we'll see. J.C. Horn is somebody I would think they would want to keep. Now, Brian Burns, defensive end, is a guy on his last year of his rookie deal. They got to pay. They're not in win now mode. He's a guy I can see them moving on from. But J.C. Horn, I would think you have to start the asking price at a first-round pick and something else. So I don't think we necessarily need another corner right now. It never hurts to get more. It's a passing league, right? Two things that kill quarterbacks or hurt them or stunt their growth or stop them from balling on you is a pass rush in the secondary. So I hear your thought for sure. I think it starts at a first-round pick. I'm always interested in getting better, though. So if that was a possibility, of course I would at least hear it out. Live Direct gets 5 entries into the jersey giveaway on October 29th. Philly Mike OG says Eagles replace CJ Gardner-Johnson, replace Javon Hargrave, and now are kind of weak at linebacker. Philly Mike OG, I love the name, homie. I don't think we're weak at linebacker. I think coming into the season, we thought we were weak at linebacker, but we've seen Zach Cunningham play at a nice level. Nakobe Dean played pretty well yesterday. Nicholas Morrow's played well every time he comes in, and we haven't even seen Christian Ellis, who had the big show out during the whole training camp session and whatnot. Again, let me just pull it up for y'all real quick for the people just getting up in here again. Breaking news, the Eagles trading for safety Kevin Byard from the Titans. You got to credit the Titans for being that nice to the Eagles. They gave us A.J. Brown. Now they give us Kevin Byard. Here are the trade terms. Eagles trading a 2024 5th and 6th rounder plus Terrell Edmunds to the Titans for all-pro safety Kevin Byard per at DM Rassani. Byard was born in Philly, and he's coming home. We've seen players play at a different level when they come home. I just seen it from a guy like DeAndre Swift, and now we get a safety. And again, health is still at the forefront of the adversity we've been overcoming, right? Avonte Maddox, Bradley Roby, Jalen Carter missed a game. Big Play Slay missed a game. Bradbury missed a game. Reed Blankenship has missed 2 games. Cindy Brown has missed a game. Justin Evans is on IR. Did you hear the laundry list of players I named? That's just the secondary. Never mind, I said Jalen Carter. And Nakobe Dean there, too, if we're not going to talk about just secondary. But just in the secondary, every single member of the secondary has missed a game. Think about that. So you bring in Kevin Byard, who, shout out to Wheels Us, never, I repeat, he's never missed a game. So you get a guy who's never missed a game. He comes around, I don't know, guys start looking at how he's working out, taking care of his body. And I'm not saying that's the reason we're getting hurt. Sometimes it's the luck of the draw, the injury bug. But weird things shift that type of aura, that type of injury bug. It's not a real thing. You can't see it. You can't smack it. You can't throw it away. It's just a vibe. Bad luck. That being said, again, think about this. Avonte Maddox, Justin Evans, Sidney Brown, James Bradbury, Reed Blankenship, Bradley Roby. Who else am I missing? 6 players. 6 players who the Eagles would like to put on the field to start or play a huge role and some capability. All been injured. We're talking 7 weeks of football, and 6 players at least missed 1 game. Half of them missed multiple games. Reed 2. Evans more than 2. Brown more than 2. Roby's going to be more than 2. Avonte out for the season. Did he even name Avonte? Maybe I did. I don't know. I'm saying multiple injuries in the secondary, and Sean Desai still got us playing his type of ball. Sean Desai pretty much told us, this is how you stop the Miami Dolphins. Y'all don't want to hear this. Our physicality can beat their speed. And what is Kevin Byard? A physical safety who can also play the ball. But listen to Sean Desai.
One thing that we always want to pride ourselves on defense is playing physical. You know, and in my experience, even going back to my days at Temple and we were coaching special teams, you know, speed can hurt you, but physicality can hurt speed. You know, and so we want to be able to try to counteract that. We want to be able to swarm the ball carriers and run and make sure we're around the ball as much as we can be and bring in a lot of bodies around the ball.
And that's what we saw. The thing he just said right there was exactly what we saw Sunday night versus the Dolphins that led us to a victory. Let me give a round of applause to our guy, Sean Desai. Yes. Yes. These effects we got are normally for the live play-by-plays. But yes, he said it. He did it. Beautiful execution. You got to respect it. You got to respect it. Let's pull up the chat a little bit. I saw my guy Rashawn Mabin with a $2 super chat. He said, I know you love Dean, but I want Morrow back in starting. Honestly, I do love Dean. I think he's the future at linebacker. But hey, Rashawn Mabin, I don't know. Maybe you took a break from the channel, or maybe you just busy during the week and haven't watched a couple videos of Philly Mike, but I was all for keeping Nicholas Morrow in the starting linebacker position and playing the Kobe Dean on base packages when you got 3 linebackers on the field, heavy run set, 12 personnel, you see the offense gearing up to do, you drop your 4-3 base in, Cunningham, Morrow, and Kobe Dean. Now, the Kobe Dean has played well, and we're winning. This is what it is. But Morrow had that little spark for sure. Now, could Morrow keep it up? I don't know. But I'm with you. I was all for Morrow staying in. I'm more of a, if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of guy. 2 entries into the jersey giveaway from our guy, Rashad Mabin. And I did not forget, you guys, Darth Haffron with the $5 super chat. What about Barnett in a 2026 and second for, oh, wait, hold up. Let me read this again. Darth H with a $5 super chat. What about Barnett in a 2026 second and a third for Chase Young? Hashtag never too many pass rushers. Listen, I don't know if the Washington Commanders would like to deal a player to us, because just think about this. Imagine the Commanders deal us a player. He plays well, and then they got to see him twice a year for the long haul, right? Say you end up extending this guy. You extend him 2 to 3 years. Now they got to see him for the long haul, right? I don't know if they would want to do that. That being said, you can never have too many pass rushers. A second is kind of steep, though. What is Chase Young doing? Darth, you don't got to super chat it, but let me know. What does Chase Young's stats look like? I haven't been paying attention. I know he sacked Jalen Hurts that game, I believe, but I'm not sure what he's been doing. Darth gets 5 entries into the jersey giveaway on October 29th. Every super chat dollar gives you 1 entry. Magus Athletic Training with the $5 super chat. I'm Philly born and bred, living in ATL, and I appreciate catching your streams weekly. The raw and uncut Crown Royal to the gut. E-A-G. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagle. Yeah, man, it sucked that I couldn't drink the Crown Rizzy last week or yesterday due to my job and having to wake up early. But, hey, I appreciate you tuning into the live streams. Hopefully you check out some of the videos Monday through Friday, because like I said, we do the live play-by-plays, but it don't just stop there. We drop content throughout the week. I was literally recording, editing. I was getting my clips to go over. I had a whole video about Eli Ricks, the deep. If you did not hear what Josh Sweat said about the Dolphins, if you did not hear about what Josh Sweat said about Sean Desai, you gots to. Now, I'm not going to tell you now because that's a video for another day now. We're going to just have to move that video down the line. But he had some spicy things to say, and it's right up Philly alley. You know what I mean? It's right up a Philly alley for sure. Oscar said he's a hired gun. What are we talking about? Philly Michael G said, don't act like because you 30, you can't produce. Cam Hayward is like 35. He's producing. Oh, yeah. This guy's older, but he's not done. If anybody thinks he's done, that's ridiculous. Gizzle said, mark my words, this Byard pickup is like getting a late first rounder. He's that dude, and he's a leader. He's going to come in leading the back and being a voice. Yes. And now you're really looking different in your secondary, right? Once we start to get healthy, once things start to, work itself out, It's Reed Blankenship, Kevin Byard, Big Play Slay, James Bradley, and Bradley Roby, with Sidney Brown playing some snaps at safety on Big Nickel, playing some snaps at nickel when Roby needs a break. That is a great, great secondary. Mind you, Sean Desai just went out there with no Reed Blankenship, with no Kevin Byard, and shut down the number one offense in the NFL, not just rushing, but also passing. Not just passing, but also rushing. They were number one at both. We all were glamoring. When the reports came out in June, July, August, when them reports came out in June, July, August, as it pertains to Kevin Byard holding out, he might be a trade candidate for teams, we all wanted him. In June, July, August, we've heard titles. Go ahead. Go to Philly 500, Joey, Philly Mike, LB's channel. Go back. Just searching Kevin Byard. Off-season videos were being made about, will the Titans trade him? Can the Titans trade him? Is he going to hold out? Is the Titans going to trade him? But what was the one thing that everybody said? You know what the funny thing everybody said is? The Titans will never trade you Kevin Byard after stealing A.J. Brown. That was the naysayers. The naysayers, whether they were our own Eagle fans, whether they were NFC East rivals, they said that the Titans will never trade with you again. A.J. Brown, 809 yards in 2023. Titans receivers, 780-something. A.J. Brown himself has more receiving yards through 7 weeks than all the wide receivers on the Titans. They'll never trade with you guys. The Titans will never trade with the Eagles after what y'all did. Not only did they trade with us, they gave us their best player on defense. One of their best players on defense for one of our worst players on defense in Terrell Edmunds, and a fifth and a sixth. The Eagles traded a fifth and a sixth plus Terrell Edmunds for one of their best players on defense. Don't tell me Howie Roseman ain't a dog, ain't relentless, ain't a beast at what he does. And if any of the super chats that I said, mind you, just because I didn't pull up the whole giveaway thing, if I did miss pulling that up, you still get into it. YouTube is calculating them automatically. With that being said, Sky Will with the $5 super chat. $5 means 5 entries into the jersey giveaway for Sky Will on October 29th. Every super chat dollar gives you that. He said Howie with the chess move, heading into the back half after a big win. Can't talk today. Let me drink some water. After a big win, hashtag dog moves. That is 100% right. This is a chess move for the simple fact we are 6-1. But we got the Cowboys coming up, the Chiefs, the Bills, the Niners, the Seahawks, right? Who knows what the Seahawks will be when we get to there? It is what it is. But the back half of the schedule is supposed to be the loaded part. The loaded part. So what did Howie Roseman do? He just added more fuel to the fire. A chess move. 100% factual, Sky Will. Big win requires a big move. This was the best win of the season. The defense with Sean Desai, rookies, UDFAs, Terrell Edmunds, shut down that number one offense. And now you give them Kevin Byard. You get a Reed Blankenship back. Sky Will, You 100% right about that. Big dog moves right there. And of course, you get 5 entries, like I said already, into the jersey giveaway on October 29th. Izzy Hurts with the $5 super chat. Howie strikes again. And again, and again, and again. Quez / Barnett, I'm ready to see them somewhere else for a low draft pick. Listen, the one thing we can say is the Eagles have been good with them 5th and 6th round picks, whether it's using it in trade acquisitions, right? C.J. Gardner-Johnson was acquired for some late round draft capital. If worse comes to worse and OZ's balling out, Julio Jones fitting into himself, yeah, maybe you move on for Quez. You move on from Quez. You say, look, I love Quez. Y'all know I'm a Quez fan. But maybe you move on from Quez for some late round draft capital just to make it up. I'm ready to get rid of Barnett right here and now. Me, Philly Mike, I'm not fully out on Quez. However, we do have an abundance of wide receivers, and if we got to do what we got to do, then we got to do what we got to do. Izzy Hurts, ready to move on from Quez and Barnett for some draft capital. Izzy gets 5 entries into the jersey giveaway on October 29th. My guy Sean Johnson, he comes through and he says what Philly 500 says every single episode. And we do got to get Philly 500 on the channel. We've been talking behind the scenes about the Eagles and possibly getting a round table going or not. Sean Johnson with the $2 super chat. Howie Vision. Howie Vision. That's facts. 2 entries into the jersey giveaway for Sean Johnson, dropping the Howie Vision comment. Sean Paul H with the $5 super chat. He said, go Birds. Do you know the ranking of this safety? Not off top of my head, but he's a consensus top 10 safety in the NFL, right? Maybe he's the back end of top 10 to a lot of people, 7, 8, 9, but he's a top 10 safety. He has 35 tackles on the season, 35 tackles on a season, 14 assisted, a forced fumble. And again, he's playing on a 2-5 Titans team, right? Remember how James Bradbury looked when he played on the Giants? That last year on the Giants wasn't that great. His first year on the Giants was decent. The last year on the Giants wasn't that great. People said we're getting to wash Bradbury. DeAndre Swift, yeah, he can catch out the backfield, but he doesn't really run the ball hard, blah, 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 blah. Kevin Byard, a Philly native, coming home. We've seen the spark it gave to a DeAndre Swift. He's playing alongside. Listen, who was he playing with over there in Tennessee? Who? I don't know. Do you? Now he's playing with Big Play Slay. James Bradbury. Reed Blankenship to his other side. He's playing with a ferocious front 4, front 7 in front of him. DBs and secondary pieces are only as good as your pass rush, right? You can be Patrick Surtain. You could be J.C. Horn. You could be Sauce Gardner. Any one of these great. You could be Deion Sanders, Champ Bailey, Terrell Revis. If the quarterback got all day, you're going to allow the receiver to get open eventually, especially with the rule changes. He comes here with a loaded team. A loaded team. Sean Paul gets 5 more entries into the jersey giveaway on October 29th. We're going to wrap this up shortly. We've been live for 49 minutes. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Donnell said we bout to brotherly shove all the way to Las Vegas, baby. I'm with you on that. The brotherly shove came in clutch time after time versus the Dolphins. Look, I really, really wish that I could have dropped the video that I had planned for today. A lot of key things I wanted to bring up, and not only just tell y'all, because some of the stuff I tell y'all know, of course. Y'all do your own due diligence and research. But hopefully you heard what Josh Sweat had to say. It was spicy. But what I like to do is when I have topics that are in my head that I want to get out to you, Me making a video about these topics and talking to you guys about these topics, one of the main reasons is to get the video and the content for you, for people who don't do their due diligence as much as the next person or blah, blah, blah. However, my favorite part of a spicy video is to hear what you guys say in the comment section. Gets the wheels running in the dome piece for the next video and the next and the next. Black Bear said, as a Titan fan myself, thank you guys for taking care of A.J. Brown. I got massive respect for the Eagles. Love you guys. Hey, listen, Black Bear, I want to give you a huge shout out. My damn self. You gave us A.J. Brown, and we gave you a first-round pick and a third-round pick, and you got some stuff from that for sure. But what he's doing this season, being one of the best, he's second in the NFL in yards, and he's one of the best. To me, he's the best receiver in the game, right? Justin Jefferson's up there, Tyreek Hill, he's top 3. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, top 3. And now, when the safety position has been a revolving door due to injuries, you take Terrell, Edmunds, and 2 late-round draft picks. Black Bear, I appreciate you for being a Titan fan. And listen, if and when we host this Lombardi, I definitely will dedicate a little piece of it to the Tennessee Titans. If we end up holding this Lombardi up, I'm going to dedicate a little piece to the Tennessee Titans. I think I got my Lombardi down here. Hold up. I can't reach it. We got to get the Lombardi in a reachable area so I can hold that junk up when we win in games. You know what I mean? When we win in games. Major Payne said, how does Howie do it? How does Howie do it? A 5th, a 6th, and Terrell Edmunds. Wheels Us said, in 2022, Kevin Byard was ranked the number 34th player in the NFL, not safety, the number 34th player, period. Yes. 2022, he was ranked 34th? Wow, I thought that was 2021. But shout out to you. Again, a top 10 safety in the league. Hands down. If you want to say, well, he's playing worse this year, look at what the Titans are doing. The Titans ain't that good. This is a guy who was an all-pro. This is a guy who was number 34 on the top 100 list. This is a guy who's now playing with a crappy defense. We saw Bradbury his last year with the Giants play bad. Maybe he is. And he's not even playing bad. He got a forced fumble. He's always around the ball. He's a tackling machine. But he can play the ball in the air for sure. The Ghost said, I love the Titans now. Child said, coming back home gave Reddick a spark too. That's facts. I don't even know why I forgot Reddick. How did I forget Reddick? Yes, Hassan Reddick had 13 sacks with the Arizona Cardinals and 12. He had 13, 12, 11. That little double-digit type sacks with Carolina and Arizona. Still great that he had 3 years, double digits. I love it. Best year came with who? His home team. Who was he playing like a wrecking ball for? His home team. Swift, Reddick, and now Kevin Byard. Kevin Byard is going to play lights out football. We've seen it time and time again. Child, I can't believe I forgot Hassan Reddick when I was talking about the fact that he played even better since coming home. Renzo said Reddick's been that dude, though. Yeah, he's good. But listen, with Panthers and Cardinals, he got 10, 11, 12. He was around the 10, 11, 12 mark. Dude had 17, 16. Yes, he's always been a great player. But let me ask you, Renzo, what was his best year of his career thus far? 2022. Wasn't 2021. Wasn't 2020. Wasn't 2019. His best year of his career was in 2022. You come home to Philly and you elevate. We seen Kevin Byard be a top 10 safety, be a number 34 player on the top 100. Well, let's see what he is the next 10 games. There's 10 weeks of football left. 11 weeks, but there's a bye week in there. There's 10 more games, 10 weeks of playing, a lot of football left. Kevin Byard, newest member of the Philadelphia Eagles. Sucks to get rid of you, Terrell Edmunds, in the standpoint of it sucks being 6-1 and now being 2-5. We all understand that Terrell Edmunds was not playing great football. But you got to think of it. Forget the fandom part. Forget your thoughts and my thoughts for a second. Think about it as Terrell Edmunds. You just came off a big win with your team, where Terrell Edmunds was asked to play a lot. Big win. Big win. Played a lot. Didn't really do anything great. He actually was really slow in that touchdown to Tyreek Hill. It is what it is. You're celebrating in the locker room with your boys. Let's go. We 6-1. We 6-1. We 6-1. Next day. Oh, shoot. Howie's calling me. Yo, what's up, Howie? Yeah, listen. Terrell, I'm sorry to tell you, but we traded you to the Tennessee Titans. Yo, that's crazy, bro. My man's in a lot. Hey. Howie's like, hold on one second. Come here real quick. That's messed up. It's messed up. Terrell Edmunds in the locker room celebrating 6-1. Just beat one of the best teams in the AFC. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We 6-1, baby. I know I got burnt for the touchdown, but I played a lot and we won. The defense was on point. Give me some of that. Let's go. Let's go. Howie just looking in the corner like, Terrell, can you come here for a second? Terrell like, all right, what's up, Howie? What's up? Howie's like, there's no easy way to say this to you. We love what you did for us the last 7 weeks, on and off the field. But we're trading you for Kevin Byard. We're trading you a safety for a safety. And we got to give up 5th and 6. Howie's like, look, if there's any constellation, Tennessee, I guess, has good weather year-round. I mean, what do you say? How do you, what do you do? I mean, damn, dog. My man was just at the Phillies game with DeAndre Swift like, oh, Philly all the way up. I mean, it's a business. Terrell Edmunds, the person I love. Terrell Edmunds, the leader. And he's had some plays. He forced a fumble to Justin Jefferson. He's had some plays. But I've seen him get beat a lot. And I've seen him look like he's not really fitting in this Sean Desai defense. Shout out to Brian Weeks with the $2 super chat. They got to take our birds seriously now. That's for real. First of all, they had to take our birds seriously when we beat the Dolphins. They should have been taking us seriously, but even more serious now due to the fact that we just upgraded a position of need, especially with all the injuries there. This is this ain't. Shout out to Julio Jones, but signing Julio Jones is cool. Trading for Kevin Byard is a winning move. A winning move. My guy Brian Weeks gets 2 entries into the jersey giveaway on October 29th. Every Super Chat dollar gives you 1 entry. We are right around 1 hour, so I'm going to read a couple more Super Chats, and then we getting up out of here. Nelson Marquina with the $2 Super Chat. Howie Roseman, MVP. That is 100% factual. Nelson Marquina gets 2 entries into the jersey giveaway on October 29th. And you just said MVP, so let's hear it right now. That's for Howie Roseman. Not the weather, man. I didn't know what else to say. I ain't know what else to say when it came to what's good in Tennessee. Mark said if they win, he'll still get a ring. That is true. I guess. Gizzle said, hold 1 second. Come here real quick. Yo, I'll Lord have mercy on my soul. He's about to be at Grizzlies games. That's crazy. Good food in Tennessee. That Tennessee whiskey. With that being said, we about to get up out of here. Charles Brown with the $2 super chat. Appreciate the love and support. He said, fly, Eagles, fly. Let me get an Eagles chant for that. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! With that being said, Charles Brown gets 2 entries into the jersey giveaway on October 29th. Do me a favor, y'all. Can you do me a favor, please? Hit the like button on the way out. It's free. It's easy. It don't cost a thing, and it's greatly appreciated. Also, can you do me a favor and turn on that notification bell? We're trying to grow Notification Gang. New little tab for YouTube lets me know we always knew how many subscribers each individual has, but now it lets me know on the low how many people got that notification bell rung. Even if you already have it rung, maybe unring it and ring it again, because sometimes YouTube plays around with it again. We got a lot of live streams coming up, a lot of regular videos that we gonna be working hard on. And like I said, at the end of the day, I like your input because it keeps the things turning up top. But man, Josh Sweat talking spicy, and rightfully so. He got 5.5 sacks. I think Josh Sweat is having more fun playing for Sean Desai than he's had playing his whole career. He has a lot of great things to say about Sean Desai and a lot of great things to say about we knew who we were when the Dolphins came to Philly. I'm going to leave it at that. Until next time. And listen, I'm going to do more of a... Just real quick, before we get out of here, actually. On a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the most concerned, 1 being the least concerned, how concerned are you with Jalen Hurts' injury news, right? At halftime, he had to put a knee brace on. You seen him gimping. AJ talked about it. Sirianni talked about it. Hurts talked about it, but shrugged it off. And said, if I got to play with the brace, I got to play with the brace. How concerned are you with his health? 1 being the least concerned, 10 being the most concerned. He shrugged it off. He finished the game, and he looked good in the second half. How concerned are you? Because I was going to talk about the health. And we got to talk about Eli Ricks, too. Again, make sure you got notification turned on. So when I upload, it's like a text. Bzz, bzz. Did Philly Mike text me? Nah, he dropped the video. Let me see what y'all say. Major Payne, the first one, said 1. Major Payne needs a wrench. My man's a channel member. Let me read what y'all said before I get up out of here. Major Payne 1, Stroke Patient 1, Witch King 4, Nelson M 5, Charles Brown 7, TK Yang 6, Trayvon 5, Mark 5, Chuck 2 or 3, Wheel said 3, maybe a 2, Edward 3, Lewis 5. So a lot of them started at the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, but we got a couple 5, 6, 7s, 5, 6, 7s. Beauty said not sure because we don't have enough information. That's true. So I want you to go off your gut feeling. Seeing what you saw last night in the game and hearing the murmurs of discomfort and stuff, go off your gut feeling. We don't have enough information for sure. Renzo said not concerned at all. He's that dude. C-Note said 3. Oh, we got Texas smoking here. Breaking news, the Eagles trade for a player that made the Dallas Cowboys Peter Pants. Yeah, I know what you're trying to say. I know what you're saying. Jeremy said 6. Izzy said 5. Antonio Holmes said 1. Danelle said Jalen Jordan. Muscle gang, we ain't worried about a thing. Tasha L said 2. Okay, so the majority's not worried. Brian Weeks with the $2 super chat, 2. Brian Weeks got it as a number 2. We just need to make it to the bye week. Yes. How many games to the bye week? We play the Commanders, then the Cowboys, and then the bye. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that the exact order? Commanders, Cowboys, bye week? Is that right? Correct me if I'm wrong. But shout out to Brian Weeks. He said his confident level or his concern level is a 2 on a scale from 1 to 10. He said we just got to make it to the bye week. That's 2 more entries into the jersey giveaway for my guy, Brian Weeks. Major Payne said as long as he's a strong pocket, he'll be fine. That's true. C-Note said this big body hurts. And we talking about big body hurts in a building. Chris B said, Wowie Wozeman, let him cook. I'm with you, Brody. Hey, if you're just getting in here, you should have to. If you're just getting in here, part of the reason you're late is because you don't got the notification bell turned on. But we done talked about it all. A little bit about the game. A lot about Kevin Byard for sure. Great pickup. I think this was an absolute steal of a trade. Commanders, Dallas, bye, then Chiefs. That's a fact. Is this trade for real? Yang Gang, yes. It's official. Look. Let me pull it up one more time before we get out of here. That's why you need to have your notifications turned on, my guy. So here we go. Breaking news, the Eagles trading for Titans safety Kevin Byard via Rap Sheet, right? That's the first report. The terms of the trade. Eagles traded a 2024 5th and 6th rounder and safety Terrell Edmunds to the Titans for All-Pro. I repeat, All-Pro safety Kevin Byard. Per DM Rasani. Byard was born in Philly and is coming home. That is the official word. Again, consensus top 10 safety. In 2022, he was the 34th ranked player in the NFL. Eagle fans and content creators were talking about getting this guy on the team in the offseason, and we do it after a big win. Beautifully done by Howie Roseman. Howie Roseman. Once again, you're trading a 2024 5th and 6th and Terrell Edmunds, who to a lot of Eagle fans was just a body on his team, for an all-pro type safety, a guy who was 34th on the top 100 in 2022, playing for a 2-5 Titans team. We've seen what happens. Players who are good, who are not really making eye-popping news the last year on a team due to the circumstances, right? The team's not good, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. Bradbury didn't look great on the Giants last year. Came to Philly, all-pro, and playing great this year. Kevin Byard coming home. We seen Hassan Reddick do work once he came home. DeAndre Swift. Now Kevin Byard. The Eagles get stronger after coming off their best win of the season. Sean Desai absolutely called a game with what he had. Now you got Reed, Byard, Roby, Slay, Bradbury, with Brown as a depth piece and a rotating nickel and or big nickel safety. All I can say is this. Thank you, Titans. Thank you, Howie. The Eagles, 6-1, doing big things. Nothing more we can say. Howie Roseman, MVP, relentless, never gives up. Let me know your thoughts. Whoa, I'm thinking this is a video. With that being said, hit the like on the way out, turn the notification bell on, and subscribe if you haven't. We do live stream, regular videos, all that good stuff. And until next time, you know what time it is. We out.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's our life. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we scream and fly, eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Yeah, this is Philly Talk with Philly